it makes a difference.
If I traded it all.
So welcome to the show, everyone. And, you know, it's so hard. We've had a really hard couple days. Last night was awful. I feel terrible. And for all of the families and the police officers for that, what a terrible thing to have happened. My heart goes out to everyone. Peace be with everyone. I want to go right in with networking because I made it possible for people to talk about themselves on the radio, and that's what we do here. My first guest, who's been on with me many times, I love having him. What a time to come on. It's so perfect, Doc, to have you. You're the owner of Hypnotic One. There is anger out there.
There's a lot of anger out there, and there's a lot of depression. There's a lot of people feeling out of control. They're stressed out. Why are all these people this way? You know what? We need a new release on it. And if there's anyone out there that's in the service, anyone that's got PTSD, you know what? I'm giving a super special on those. Half price. Come in, give me a call. We'll set you up and show you how fast we can turn you around, put you back in control of yourself, in control of your emotions, and have a happy life.
You know, Doc, you've been doing this a long time. I like to talk a little bit about you and what you've done because there are new listeners all the time. Go ahead.
Well, I've been doing hypnotherapy for over 30 years. I've worked with over 40,000 people. I've worked in 4 different countries. I've had probably about every different situation in that there is. Otherwise, people come in that are afraid of earthquakes. They're afraid of everything, and they can't drive anymore. And all of a sudden, within a few days, they can drive. They're not afraid of earthquakes. And yet, it's just great. I love it. It's kind of like reprogramming your computer, because that's why I explain it to my clients that come in, that they've got this electrochemical organic computer sitting on their shoulders, and that's their brain and their mind. They've got a virus in it that says, hey, I can't drive anymore. I'm scared, or I can't do this. And all of a sudden we reprogram it. And now they can do it. Now they enjoy life.
You know, Doc, you've been doing this for over 30 years, for all over the world practically. I know you've had Australia. Where else?
I've been in Australia, Honduras, been in Hawaii. I know that's not another country, but it almost seems like we can fly there.
Right.
I've been up in Thailand working up there, and I was there for 6 weeks this last year. So, you know what? I do give back, and I try to help everybody that I can.
Right. Now, when you work with somebody, you do it's a customized program, and I want you to talk a little bit about what that means.
Well, let's just take some simple things for like stop smoking. If I had 100 smokers come in, I might have 100 different programs because everybody's a little bit different. Everybody's unique. So we custom build a program for the person and not for the problem. And actually, smoking's not the problem anyway. That's a symptom. That's why the patch and the gum, Chantix, and all that doesn't work, because it doesn't address the real problem. We find out what the problem is under hypnosis, and all of a sudden we get rid of that, and then the symptoms disappear.
Now, when you also work with them, you do offer for everybody a free 30 to 60-minute consultation that comes along with a CD. What do you mean by giving someone a CD? What do they do with that?
Well, they can take it home, because I'm going to counsel them and go over what their problem is or what their symptoms are for that 30 to 60 minutes. And I'll explain what I can do and what I can't do and how hypnosis works and how NLP, because I use a lot of different modalities. And then I give them a free 30-minute CD that they take home. They can listen to every night. It puts them to sleep, and all of a sudden they start sleeping much better. They wake up feeling refreshed with a positive attitude. It's just fantastic. You
have a 98% success rate, and you say that you won't let people fail.
The only way you can fail is stay home, because I work with you each week. I work with you each session. We overcome your obstacles that you've had the week before, because you're going to have some obstacles. That's why you haven't been successful on your own. And if you're trying to do it on your own, you haven't been successful, what's going to change in the next few months or next few years? Get some help for it. Every professional out there has a professional trainer. And that's kind of what I am. I'm your coach, I'm your trainer, and I'm your teammate.
And you also have a lifetime guarantee.
That's right. You come in to see me once, and when we take care of something, I give you a lifetime guarantee. It might be a year, 6 months, 10 years later, you come back, you give me a call and say, Doc, I need a tune-up. How much is it? It's free.
Now, what we're going to do is, Doc is on air live with us here, and he wants you to call him directly. And if you have been listening to this show and you've heard him and you've always said to yourself, I should do that, but you don't pick up the phone, pick up the phone and leave him a message.
You know what? I've had a lot of people do that. They've heard me over the years with you, and then they finally call me, finally set up an appointment. They sign up, and about a week or 2 weeks later, they say, I don't know why I didn't call and come in the first time I heard you.
Now, again, his number is 602-547-0446. The website is Hypnotic, the number 1.com. Okay, anger is big on everybody's mind right now.
Anger is very big. Anger is being out of control. These people, these young people, are out of control, and they're trying to take control of something. We need to get them back on the right track. I can't go over and do ISIS, but you know what? We can do the kids here at home. We can do your family. If you've got a family member, your husband, your wife, your kids that are out of control, they're angry, find out why. Bring them in.
Can you do that with a family? Because, you know, it seems to me like when people we have our families together, when there's one person that's dealing with an issue, it's sort of much, it reflects off of everybody.
Family.
Right.
It takes over the whole family, and your family get-togethers aren't fun anymore. They're not loving because somebody's controlling everything, and everybody's really out of sync. Let's get that handled. And it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper than you think it is. And you will say, why didn't I come see you a year ago or 5 years ago?
His number is 602-547-0446. His website is Hypnotic, the number 1.com. He's been doing this for over 30 years. He has a 98% success rate. He'll give you that free 30 to 60 minute consultation that comes along with the CD. It's a customized program that fits your needs. It's a lifetime guarantee. People need to know how wonderful this really is for people. Hypnosis is the best thing that anyone can ever do. It feels fabulous.
It's like having a computer on your desk. If somebody hasn't showed you how to use it, it's worthless to you. How about your mind? Nobody taught you how to really use your mind. They taught you in school how to memorize things and how to do math and how to do everything, but they didn't teach you how to be in control of your emotions, how you can enjoy life, how you can take and fantasize about what you want in life and make that dream a reality. And that's what we do.
And if you're sitting there, I have said this now over and over and over again. If you want to walk on water, you got to get out on the boat, out of that boat. And it's true. And you say now you're going to go water skiing with you.
That's right. If you get to get out of the boat to walk on the water, let's go water skiing, have some fun at it. But what we're doing is training you to be in control of life. You know what? There's a lot of bad things going on right now. It's stressing a lot of people out, especially if you're a parent. You've got one of your children that's in the service or they're working in an airport. You're stressed out. You can't do anything about it. We'll show you how to get rid of that stress.
His phone number, give him a call now. Don't wait anymore. It's 602-547-0446. His website is Hypnotic, the number 1.com. You're going to get that free 30 to 60 minute consultation along with a CD. Give him a call again. Leave him a message. He's on the air right now. 602-547-0446. We'll be back in just a minute.
Traded it all.
We're talking with Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. We want you to call him. There's so many people out there that are dealing with issues, whether it's OCD, whether it's anger, whether it's headaches. You can't sleep. There's so many things that Doc can help you with. He's been coming on this show a long time, and he comes on because he can help a lot of people out there, and you have helped a lot of people. We've even had doctors that have called you through me to get to you because they also come to a point where they're at their wits' end.
Yeah. When they've done every drug and every surgery and all of a sudden they're at their wits' end, like you say, that's all they can do. They give me a call. And
now his phone number, he is on the air right now, and he likes when you call him and leave a message. You're going to get this free consultation. It does not hurt just to call and find out what he can do. Tell him the issue, and he can help and tell you what he can do. 602-547-0446.
And I had a heart doctor here earlier this summer bring his daughter in. And I worked with her because he had so many clients coming to him that quit smoking. He says, how you guys doing it? And about 4 or 5 of them said, well, let's see Doc over at Hypnotic One. And he gave me a call, had an interview with me. He says, how are you getting these people off these cigarettes so easy? Because they didn't gain weight. They're just happy. And their blood pressure's going down. I said, this is what I do.
And you've been doing it a long time. Doc, some of the different things that we talk a lot. Now, today we happened to talk a little bit about OCD earlier today. And a lot of people deal with that. Not just you think about it for certain things, but there's a lot of people and kids too.
OCDs don't just pop up. They just kind of creep up on you. Otherwise, you do something over a period of time and it just becomes an automatic response. And all of a sudden now you're out of control with it. You're doing it too much. You're pulling your hair out. You're picking at your skin. You're cutting things. You're yelling. You're stressing out. You can't sleep. All these things be taken care of very quickly. And most of the time when I'm working with somebody on that, we work with 2 or 3 other things. We get them motivated because I see people that just really aren't motivated. They're couch potatoes. They're afraid to do anything. They'd rather stay where they're at unhappy than move out of that and be a winner. And I show people how to get into the winning zone.
Well, don't we all want to feel better? Isn't that what everybody says? I just wish I could be happy in life.
Yeah.
Why don't you do something to make that happen?
Yeah, they're waiting for something to happen to them without them doing anything. I'm sorry, you have to do something. You have to come out. You have to give a call. You have to come out. You listen to me for half an hour to an hour. And I explain a lot of things that educate you and we motivate you. Then we eliminate what keeps pulling you back.
And anybody can get hypnotized. Even I thought I couldn't, and I was out in 2 seconds.
Everybody can be hypnotized that's got an IQ over 72. So the thing is we've all been hypnotized to be the way we are. I tell a lot of people, I said, we're going to dehypnotize you, otherwise unhypnotize you, so that you automatically be the person you want to be.
Now, again, his phone number, 602-547-0446. Look him up. It is Hypnotic, #1.com, and call him. Leave a message. He's on the air right now.
How would you like to have better communications with your spouse, with your kids, telling them what you do want instead of what you don't want? We have people build that relationship so much better, and a relationship with yourself, so you actually love yourself.
It's a free 30 to 60-minute consultation. You're going to get that CD that goes along with it. It's a customized program that fits your needs. He won't let you fail, and I know he won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. The only thing that's going to let you fail is if you don't call. 602-547-0446.
And I'm not like any other therapist out there. I do not charge per session. That's why I won't let you fail. If it takes you 5 sessions, that's fine. If it takes you 10, I don't charge you anymore. If it takes you 3 months, I don't charge you anymore. But it never takes that long. I had a stop smoking client come in the other day, and I says, please don't quit smoking. She says, you're kidding. I says, no, take this book home, take these CDs home, listen to it, fill out some information. When you come in, 98% of the people stop on that first session. Well, 2 days after she took the book home, she quit smoking. She come in. I says, you ready to quit? She says, I already quit almost a week ago. She says, they're nasty. She says, whatever you told me, whatever's in that CD was really good. And that's what we do. We never take anything away from people. That's why we don't have any withdrawal symptoms when you're getting off sugar, off heroin, off cocaine, off alcohol, off cigarettes. You don't have any withdrawal symptoms.
602-547-0446. How can you help people in relationships?
Well, most people tell themselves and tell everybody what they don't want, but they don't tell themselves and other people what they do want. Otherwise, tell the person what you really want. Tell them what you need and listen to the other person of what they need. And don't even take I don't know for an answer, because sure we know. So let's have a communication level that's much higher than what it is. But I teach people how to listen on the other person's level.
And again, there's some of the things that people don't really realize that you can help with hypnosis. Memory.
We've got a perfect memory. It's we are the ones that goof it up. We tell ourselves, oh gosh, this is really hard. I'll probably forget that when I go to need it. And guess what? They just program themselves to forget that.
And okay, how about this? How can you help people in the sales area, the business area?
Sales area. I love sales, but I tell every salesman out there, quit being a salesman. Nobody wants to be sold anything. Be a great presenter. Have a good product. Have a great service. And present your product or service in a way that it would be silly for the person not to buy it.
His phone number is 602-547-0446. You can't fail. The only way if you fail is if by not calling and leaving a message and finding out what it is. And by the way, we have kids out there, a lot of kids out there. They are all dealing with issues. If you've got a child out there, if you know someone, if you're a grandparent and you're taking care of one, please Call him. Talk to him about what they're dealing with a little bit.
Life is not the same now as it was 50, 60 years ago, even 10, 20 years ago. Look at all of the destructions going on in our world. You know what? This is what kids are subjected to right now. This is what they're thinking about all the time. We got to get these kids thinking about better things in life, how to produce things, how to make things happy and healthy
How to feel
and loving.
better about themselves.
Well, yeah, but if the parents not doing it, how are you going to teach the kids? And your parents are doing the best they can most of the time, but they haven't been taught either.
602-547-0446. Leave a message. He's on the air.
When I work with people, they say, why isn't this taught in schools? And that's a good question. I ask them that it should be taught in schools, because I teach people how to use that brain, how to use their mind, how to focus on what they do want. So that's what they get instead of focusing on what they don't want.
Also, Doc, there's a lot of kids. We talk about self-esteem for adults for their, well, what about the children?
Oh.
And they've got these bullies out there. That's why that they feel terrible about themselves.
You feel out of control. And that starts the anger issues. And they start getting depressed and stressed out. And if you watch your child start pulling back and they're holding back all the time, and they're going in the room and they're playing on video games instead of going out and playing ball, and instead of creating things, they're just depressed all the time, or they're having to have something that entertains them all the time. These are signs that we need something changing.
602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, #1.com. He's going to give you a free 30 to 60-minute consultation that comes along with that CD. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. It's a customized program to fit your needs. Call him and leave that message, 602-547-0446.
I had a client just text me this morning that he's stuck at 197 pounds. Well, he was at 300 pounds. So he's stuck at 197 pounds. And over the phone, I give him post-hypnotic suggestions so that he starts to lose weight again.
Wow, that's neat.
Yeah.
So, let's also talk about back to we were talking about anger, and then you brought up depression, because let me tell you, if you're angry, you're also depressed.
Yeah, right. Because that's why you're angry. You're feeling out of control.
Right.
You first get stressed out, and that's being out of control. Once you make a decision, stress is caused from lack of making a decision. You make a decision, the stress is gone. But people feel out of control with it. And then they get depressed because it continues on. And then they start to get angry because they see other people being successful and they're not. And they get angry about it. Even within a marriage, one person can be very happy and the other one starts to getting depressed and angry. And all of a sudden, now nobody's happy.
And after all of that, you're angry, you're depressed, then you got panic attacks. How do you help people with that?
Panic attacks. I tell you what, if you've never had one, you don't understand, but if you've had them,
they're awful. I had one in my life. Oh my God.
Oh, you are scared. You're frozen. You've all heard of the fight or flight syndrome. Well, this is the frozen, like the deer in the headlights. You can't move. And it happens at different times. It can happen when you're driving. It can happen when you're in speech. It can happen any time. And there's no warning sign sometimes to it.
Not at all.
We get you over it, though, really quick.
Right. And there's sometimes that people need help. They need to, but you got to find out. You have to call. You have to find out by talking. Tell them what the situation is. Yeah. It's a conversation.
And it's not a magic wand. It's not hoodoo voodoo. You know, it's common sense, but it is not psychology. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't do any of that. I don't pigeonhole you. I don't use big words with you. I'm not a psychiatrist. Don't give you drugs. We just get you turned around because you are the problem. And what happened in your past is your problem. We go back and find out what it is. We change your attitude toward it. And all of a sudden you feel in control of your life again instead of being controlled by it.
And you don't want to just mask the problem. That's what a lot of people tend to do. And you're taking drugs, and that might numb it for a little bit.
It never gets you over the problem, because as soon as you stop taking the drugs, you've got the problem back, and sometimes it's worse than it was the first time.
And why do you think those kids are going into your medicine cabinet? Because they're reaching to feel better about something.
Yeah, it's wake up. We got to wake up. And the thing is we have to lead by example. You know what? Call me. If you're a parent or guardian, a grandmother, and you've got a bad habit, well, call us up. Let's get rid of the bad habit, and you can be the mentor for all the people around you.
If you've got somebody that even has a child, I will always talk about this when you come on, because those children out there, they are crying out for help.
They really are, and they don't trust half the adult people because they're tired of all what has been told them. It's your fault. You do it, get in sports and whatever. But they don't go back and find the real problem, the underlying problem. We find the underlying problem, and it's usually put in their mind before the age of 4.
And believe me, when you meet Doc, you're going to be so comfortable because that's what you do. You make them feel comfortable, and you're cool on top of all of that.
Hey, cool.
Now, again, his phone number, it is 602-547-0446. The website is Hypnotic, one.com. You're going to get a free 30 to 60-minute consultation along with that CD. It's a customized program to fit your needs. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. Call him. Leave a message right now, 602-547-0446.